Hey folks, another edition of Rick's Rant following the Cincinnati Bengals 14-13 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just another heartbreaking, gut-wrenching game for the Buccaneers. Loss for the Buccaneers as they fall to 2-10 on the season. A lot of people will be talking about the last plays of the game where the Bucs were driving and seemingly had a first down and goal on their first down and 10 on the 20-yard line. Needed just a field goal to win, but they were called with 12 men on the field, and how that transpired. Cincinnati coach Marvin Lewis threw a challenge flag out under 2 minutes. There are no challenge flags. So he was charged a timeout. During that period, though, the officials looked at the play and noticed that there was 12 men on the field, which is a reviewable case. They reviewed it, and the penalty knocked the Bucs out of field goal range. They couldn't get back in time to attempt to kick the game winner, and they fall to, like I said, 2-10 on the season, 0-6 at Raymond James Stadium at home. Some good things during this game, but before I get to them, the Bucs, for the second week in a row, have blown a 10-0 lead. We talk about strides by the defense, and they have made strides this year. But 5 out of 6 times, 5 out of the last 6 weeks, the Bucs have allowed points in the last drive of the first half. You know, little things like this, when your offense is struggling, when your team is struggling, one mistake can can cost you. And, you know, Gerald McCoy, people think that's just not coach speak, but player speak, or cliche is what he said, well, the defense has to score. You know, but he's right. Yes, they only gave up 14 points. But your offense only scored 13. Yes, you can blame the offense, but why not? You're a team, so why not have the defense score? You know, some good things. The defense got 3 takeaways. That's pretty cool. Doug Martin, season high 58 yards rushing. Most of those in the first half, and a touchdown. Bucs didn't run that often in the second half, and the reason why was because they had a season. Well, no, they had 13 penalties. You know, second most this year, and most of those penalties prevent you from running, especially when you get holdings and stuff to make it 1st and 20, 1st and 15. That takes away your running game right there. It just knocks you out of being on schedule. And the Bucs were not on schedule in the second half. Not at all. Josh McCown only threw 29 times. Threw a costly pick, though. His pick was costly in the first half. Other top performers, interceptions, your corners. Jonathan Banks, again, guy is having a heck of a year so far. Second year, he's getting better. Alteron Werner with a pick. And Brandon Dixon had a pick as well. You may remember Brandon Dixon. I know Baltimore Ravens do, because he was getting torched by Torrey Smith most of the first half. Well, the whole defense was, but Dixon was part of that. So it was nice to see him get a pick and bounce back from that. They kept, for the second week in a row, Mike Evans was pretty much kept in check. He and running back Charles Sims tied for the team league 4 receptions for 49 yards. Vincent Jackson, only 2 catches, 24 yards. Mike Evans was targeted 9 times in this game. Second week in a row he's been targeted heavily. Defensively also, Danny Lantana starting for Levante David, 14 tackles. Bucs came away with 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, 5 pass breakups. But in the end, it wasn't enough. So, back to the drawing board. Next week, the Bucs travel to Detroit, I think. Or next week, Carolina. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is, the Bucs. This game was lost in the first half. Bucs had opportunities to score, and they kicked field goals instead of touchdowns. Ball game until they score those touchdowns. We'll be having these conversations even more because bad teams find a way to lose, and right now the Bucs are a bad team. That's my rant. I know it's a little longer than normal, but I had a lot on my mind today, I guess. Rick Brown from the Ledger. Until next time, folks. Peace.